Well, hi everybody. I'm Sumaira Khan. I've been a host for about 4 years now. Now, planning to kickstart and switch it to vlogging. That's something I recently realized in pandemic that I love being in front of camera. So, which early in the morning I happened to text Vaibhav Ali, who being a co-MC, senior to MCs, everybody out there, being very nice and genuine. He was like, "Let's get on a call." So here we are, early morning, 7:30ish, talking about how do we explore ourselves as content creators, blogging, and lots more. And that's Vaibhav Ali there. Say hi.
Just turning on my lights to because somebody said let there be light. So yeah, getting in the light, looking a little more brighter with the dull face that I have because I've just woken up a while ago. And
I'm sure we both look just out of bed looks, but then it's absolutely all right when you're there to gain knowledge. What say?
see, I think that's the best part about vlogging and creating digital content, that it doesn't really matter how you're looking.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, people need to understand that content really matters, and especially for girls, because men don't really do a lot of makeup, and we don't really do a lot for ourselves compared to what girls do. But kudos to you that you have just woken up and you're still game, wearing a nightie and a jacket on top and still rocking.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I sound gross. I have very bad cold. That's because of a lot of ice cream and cold drinks going down there.
It
But
is
then
worth it.
I'm
The cold is worth it, isn't it?
exactly. So now, everybody watching us out there, I want you to grab a pen and a paper because I am going to grab most of my information and knowledge from Vaibhav. So let's get started. All right. So, you being a content creator, the very first question I want to ask, as somebody who wants to kickstart, what is the basic equipment? Because I have been doing my research for good 3 days now. All right. Where every other person on YouTube or on Instagram or influencers or everybody out there have multiple ideas. Oh my heavens, it's just going oh my head. So what I decided, let me talk to somebody who is practically doing it. So that's why Babali is on board. So I myself have seen you vlogging. We met about a year ago in Dubai when he had come for his tour. You being a content creator, the very, very, very first question I want to ask you, what is the basic equipment needed for anybody to start?
So let me tell you how I started. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I started through my iPhone 6s Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Right, today's phones are far more better equipped, and I will never suggest anybody to initially invest in a camera, different lenses, additional microphone. Uh, Initially, your mobile phone is the best thing that you can use because it is extremely handy. Now, I will tell you this, that, from the time I bought this camera, I have never ever put it back into the box or into the bag that it came into. It is always out. This is like a tool, right? This is like a mobile phone. A mobile phone never gets into a box again. So it's always there. It is always in my reach, and I have multiple cameras for multiple reasons. But when we start, it is not required. A good mobile phone, right? You only need to know how you need to frame yourself, and a good mobile phone like this is great. Because at the end of the day, whatever equipment you use will all be in the background. It will not be in the foreground, right? If I have to show you the equipment that I'm using, right? I send you a picture of what I'm using. It will only confuse people. You need to upgrade step by step. Right now, if you want to do motor vlogging, a mobile phone will not be enough.
Exactly.
You will need an action cam connected to your helmet. At least that is something that is required. That is your minimum requirement. If somebody just wants to create, just want to create content, a mobile phone is absolutely good enough.
All right, awesome. So now the next question that I have, being a content creator, we are anchors. On stage, things come up like this. Yeah, different audience, we go with a different mindset. Obviously, we go with the flow. Is it the same with content creation?
So let me tell you this way, that content creation is now the new coolest thing. Okay.
Exactly.
But before that, it was RJing, right? Now, most of us wanted to be an RJ for whatever reason, but we need to understand that being a good MC does not convert into being a good RJ, and vice versa for that matter. There are very few guys who are both, who are good in both. Like you look at Prithvi, for example, or look at Rakesh, for example. I don't think Rakesh was a full-blown RJ. I think he was just doing characters, or perhaps he was doing a show in Radio 1 too. Yeah. So these are two different things we need to understand, because RJing is one-on-one connection. When you talk to them, you need to feel connected, right? Now, emceeing also you need to connect, but emceeing is a different energy that you bring on. Now, if this is the way that I'm talking on the stage, I will not be able to bring in that energy. Right?
Exactly.
But then when I'm creating content and when I'm talking like this, I am connecting to you out there. I'm talking to
Very
Samaira.
important.
It doesn't matter who's listening to it. After how many years they are listening to this, they will still, I will still have a
Refresh.
possibility connecting with them if I'm speaking like this. But then if I'm going out like this and saying, "Go on, guys, this is the time when we get connected. This is the time when we talk about ideas." This is going to be very good for the stage.
Next level.
आरजे अभी आरजे ऐसे स्टेज पे बात करेगा, people will be like, यार क्या हो रहा है, right?
Exactly.
So these are different formats, and they require different personalities.
Awesome. Now, like I asked you previously as well, how important is homework?
Very important.
Mm.
Honestly, I think uh, I will be very honest about this, that at one point of time, after emceeing so many shows, 1,000, 2,000 plus shows, we have even lost count. A lot of people think, अरे यार, ये लोगों ने, a lot of senior guys say कि 1,000-2,000 शो के कैसे किया बे? मैं आपको बोलता हूँ, कैसे किया. पहले हम लोग कॉलेज इवेंट्स करते थे विद रेडियो चैनल्स. एवरी डे वी वर डूइंग two colleges, right? We were
Yes.
doing every weekend, we were doing a mall activity. Every day we were doing a road show. So homework, I will tell you, as an MC, I made great mistakes of not doing good homework, because good homework is extremely important. Now, I will tell you an experience of mine, that, we were doing so many shows. We were doing, we have done over 2,000 plus shows. People wonder how can they quote a number of 2,000 plus. People need to understand that when we were doing, we were doing shows every single day. When we started, we were either doing a college activity, we were
Yes.
either doing a road show, we were either doing a mall activity, or we were either doing perhaps like a team building event, right? That is what we were doing almost every single day.
True. 2 shows, 3 shows a day,
Yeah, yeah,
multiple audience.
yeah. And there we lose the importance of homework, saying that, dude, अपने को तो सब आता है, अपने को कहीं भी डालो.
Exactly.
That's the attitude that we kind of develop. But then of late, a very good friend of mine, MC Divya, she prepares for a show at least 2 weeks in advance. And
But what do you do with the shows that pop up last minute?
so people who have made it big, right? They don't take up last minute shows unless it is really important, right? They have the
Okay.
calendar, they blog, there's a format, and everything works accordingly, right? Now, I understand that we have been in scenarios where we get a last minute call, or perhaps like an MC is backed out, or they said that we will have an internal MC, and then suddenly they say, "Arey, nahi, we need an MC." All that happens, but homework is the key. I'll tell you why. Because everything that you do in your life, minimum happens 2 times: one in your head and one in reality, right? Now, there's a beautiful thing, there's a teaching. I'm not trying to bring in a religion, but I'm just saying that Islam teaches me one thing beautifully, which is niyat, intent, right? Everything we do, हमको नियत बांधनी पड़ती है. For the guys who don't understand this, is perhaps we need an intention. Why are we doing this? If you are clear with your intent, you will
Yeah.
obviously start doing homework, because your intent is clear, your goal is clear. what are you going to do? You're going to quickly start working on that, and you are going to work towards it. Now, for example, if I get a last minute call saying that, hey, dude, there is a press conference at 11 o'clock, we need you, right? If the budget works out and everything is good, I'm going to start talking about giving him more dope on the brand, right? I'm going to start taking as much as dope from him. I'm going to make notes mentally and physically, and get back in, get into a car. Even if I can ride or drive to the venue, I will not, because it's a last minute show, right? I'm going to use that time. Why people use chauffeurs, why people use drivers? Not because to act cool. It's because they want that mental space of कि यार parking नहीं मिलेगा, अरे ट्रैफिक को स्टीयर करना पड़ेगा,
Traffic.
वो किसी और का काम है और आप अपना काम करोगे. That will create maximum impact, right? That is why people have chauffeurs. So I'm going to use a cab. I'm going to use that time in my head. How can I project more content on? See, remember what we are. We are basically a bridge, right? You see this bridge behind, right? The Golden Gate Bridge. We are basically a bridge between the audience on this side and the brand or the content that we are delivering on this side. This is what we are, right? This is what we are trying to do. So homework is extremely important. People, 80% is homework, 20% is performance.
Okay, awesome. Now, the next question, how important is language? Like, instead of using the word cab or, hiring Ola, Uber, you use the word chauffeur. How important is language?
See, language comes as to what I speak as a person, right? Till I'm not acting, till I'm not taking multiple takes, till I'm not playing another character. Uh, Language is what I speak at home, right? If I'm speaking at home, are, jare, I'm going to speak to you the same way, like that, till I'm not trying to pull your leg, right? Which I think we have a very funny video. I'm going to link it in the description below. You can watch the first time I met her in Dubai. We were just having little fun. We were talking in Bengaluru Urdu. And so I tell a lot of guys who are
Bangalore ki Urdu.
Bilkul. So, I tell a lot of guys who are older to me saying that I choose not to speak in Urdu because my Urdu is very crass.
Okay.
Right? Because my Urdu is doesn't have tehzeeb in it. Because the boys that have grown up, we didn't have tehzeeb. Now, because I've developed tehzeeb to a certain extent, I will choose not to speak in Urdu to somebody perhaps I'm not comfortable with. Yeah, but when I'm on the stage or when I'm on a camera, I like to bring in that punch because that is my tadka, that I want to bring in.
That's like you connect with your audience rather than putting that extra drama.
Yeah. So, for example, if I'm making a video about say Sunday Bazaar, right, which I did, and it's close to about 1 million views on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to go and use the word chauffeur there, or I'm not going to use
Exactly.
words that perhaps I use in my conversation. I'm going to be as local as possible because who is the target audience? Somebody who perhaps has a chauffeur will not ask a chauffeur, hey, take me to Sunday Bazaar. It's not going to happen, right?
Like, yen, sir?
Yeah, yeah. So the idea is, see, words are basically your feelings, how you express yourself. Now, coming back to the language, I'm just going to request everybody to create content in their own native language and not in English. I did that mistake earlier, perhaps because when we speak in English, for a lot of people like me who are, who think in English and talk in English, is a challenge. क्योंकि अगर आप हिंदी में नहीं बात कर रहे हो या फिर आप तमिल कन्नड़ में नहीं बात कर रहे हो, जो language you're comfortable with, you are missing out that niche. Right?
Okay.
तो मैं आप सबसे दरख्वास्त करता हूं कि आप लोग अपने लैंग्वेज में बात करिए क्योंकि you will be able to connect with people better. So as I was saying that, please speak in your local language. You will be able to drive a better connect. Remember, we're India, and very few people speak very few people think in English and talk in English. And also, like how I was saying earlier, that I was saying a very important point. What was it? There was a very important point. Now I'm kind of forgetting it.
You were talking about how important it is to connect with your audience. using your local language, because that's one mistake that you did and you never wanted to do it.
Yeah, because the moment you speak in local language, you can also reach a far wide audience. Because uh,
Hmm?
like, so I was talking about EDM music. There are times that people say, the guys are dancing in the club and all of that, and they say, no, I only enjoy EDM music, I only like hip hop. But तुम Bollywood का गाना एक play कर दो, they will start moving and they will start
Exactly.
enjoying the music. So basically, what this means is that we are wired to Hindi content, or we are wired to Tamil content because of our upbringing, because of our family. So let's try and connect with audience with the same language for a better rate. क्योंकि अगर इंग्लिश में ही उनको सुनना पड़ेगा तो वो लोग हमको क्यों सुनेंगे? They
Exactly.
will listen to somebody in the US perhaps, right? Because we are so addicted to content on Netflix, on Hotstar, which is English based. I don't think we will enjoy watching a movie where Shah Rukh Khan is speaking English than where a movie then Shah Rukh Khan is speaking Hindi.
Got your point. Now, so I recently, during my homework that I was doing in 2-3 days, I asked you this question earlier as well. How important is engagement, and how important it is to pull in your audience? What happened?
What do you think happened?
You're
This,
thinking?
this is how important engagement is.
Okay.
What happens when you ask a question and I don't answer?
Okay, I was thinking, what does he up to?
Right? When you ask a question and I don't answer, was my answer very important for you
It is.
in this conversation, right? And what if
It
I don't
is.
answer? Or
You'll be like, what?
what or what if I don't talk?
That look?
Right? We need to understand this, that engagement is everything when it comes to online content. It is not like radio. You can measure this. Even radio you can, but this you can measure in life in real time. Engagement is everything.
Best example.
Good or bad, it doesn't matter. Engagement is everything. If
Now,
hmm,
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, if I am putting out a content and somebody is not hating it or somebody is not liking it, my channel is dead. YouTube's algorithm is not going to promote it organically, will not show it to a larger audience. There has to be engagement. If there's no engagement, the content creator is just talking to himself. Like what we did initially, you asked a question and I didn't answer.
Perfect. Best example. Now, if you have to give any content creator out there one best advice from your particular, practical experience, what would it be?
Start now. Like now, like really now, not ये वीडियो देखने के बाद.
Even this could be a content, you're like, let me record this.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
might help somebody. This
yeah,
is content.
yeah.
Not sitting, jotting down points.
See, mental masturbation is not required, right? Go out and make things happen. Fall, get up, 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 and multiply that into 10 times. It doesn't matter. You need to fall. You need to keep getting up. You're going to be abused for your content. Oh, I don't like your face. You have a pimple on your face. You look like a moron. It doesn't matter. If you are setting out to achieve something, अगर आपको चाहिए कि मुझे ये करना है, आप करिए. And पागल रहना जरूरी है इस इंडस्ट्री में एटलीस्ट, ठीक है? इस इंडस्ट्री में पागल रहना सबसे जरूरी है, क्योंकि कोई पागल ही अपने फोन से बात करेगा, ठीक है? मतलब without anybody on the other side. The kind of looks that I would used to get earlier, it was so uncomfortable. So let me tell you, मैं पहले कैसे करता था. Okay, this is not connected, so it's like this. Okay, and then I'm saying, Well, what's up everyone? I'm right now just thinking कि यार चाय पीऊं या कॉफी पीऊं. कॉफी से मेरा अलग ही रिश्ता है क्योंकि what, one of my ex girlfriend introduced me to coffee. उसके पहले तो मैंने कॉफी कभी जिंदगी में पी नहीं थी. पर चाय मुझे बचपन से पसंद है. अभी मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मैं बचपन की यादें ताज़ा करूं या अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड की यादें ताज़ा करूं. Right? So, when you're doing, and you need to do stuff like this, and you need to be able to tell a story around anything possible. मैंने चाय कॉफी के ऊपर एक story बनाया, which was the true story, which is the true story, right? And do not lie in front of the camera at all.
One question with that: how important it is to talk about the basicest thing ever, like chai, coffee, you said. That's something that is very basic. I just made it for my mom and I gave it to her. But how important it is to go into the most, you don't have to talk about Gucci, you don't have to talk about Zara, you don't have to talk about things.
देखो यार,
how important.
I'll tell you, there are two things to this, right? I would used to earlier tell this. I don't think this response is now more valid, but I'm going to put this across in a very different way. Perhaps you can connect to a chai coffee better than a Gucci and a Prada, right? It's all about the connect at the end of the day. And believe me, there are majority of us content creators एक बहुत बड़ी गलती कर रहे हैं. We are doing forced positivity. Come. Just doing a recording, but come. I have the edit in my hand. Come. My Joru.
Hi, what's up?
How are you? I'm good.
How's your riding experience?
My wedding experience.
Riding.
Oh.
She just woke up from sleep, huh?
Yeah, she just woke up and she came to see what I'm doing. She peeped in and then she saw and they said, "Ki jari jagah." I said, "Nahi, aa jao karke."
How's your riding experience?
Good.
See you soon on the other side of the camera.
For sure, yes.
So she is only one apart from me I see riding a RX. The only one, only because of you, because you said my wife rides an RX too.
Yeah.
Talking about this, thanks for getting Sarah on board. Very important question. Is it important to let the world know about your personal life when you create content?
See, now that totally depends on you. That totally depends on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But honesty is very important to have a good connect with your audience. I think previous question we could connect के बारे में था. Connection is very important with your audience, right? Now, if you are, basically, audience are your friends. They become your friends, right? And you share everything with them that you can share to a certain extent. Of course, you're not going to share your sex life. You're not going to share perhaps your financial problems. Perhaps you're not going to share a lot of things. But then, jitna bhi aap share kar sakte ho, that is important. I'll tell you something. Before Sarah walked in, I was saying that most of us content creators are doing the biggest mistake possible. We are doing forced positivity, right? Now, when I see you on a higher busa and when I don't have one, and I will feel very bad about myself. But you should also talk about your journey of how you reach the height.
Exactly.
Right? It is not that for example, I if I'm making a video, I will tell them that, boss, for a lot of guys, even like me, the funny thing about money is that when you don't have money, you want to buy so many things. When you have money, you would become wise, right? You would say, yaar, ye zaruri nahi hai. It is like that. So forced positivity में you should always stay away. अगर life झंड है तो वो बोलो कि झंड है, ठीक है? लाइफ में अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो उस प्रॉब्लम के बारे में बात करो, क्योंकि हजारों लाखों लोगों को उसमें सपोर्ट मिलेगा, उसमें एक what is the right word, they will be able to connect with you and they will get hope बेचो, ठीक है? And genuinely hope बेचो, क्योंकि वो नहीं मिल रहा है आजकल मार्केट में, right? There is scarcity of hope.
It's all this.
See, वो सब show off है यार, सब show off है. Right? Because see, when I'm trying to bring in like an iPhone 12 and I'm going to show, oh yeah, I have an iPhone 12, yeah, so cool and all of that, सामने वाला will think, अरे वाह क्या बड़ा आदमी है, फिर उसके बाद में लगेगा, अरे यार हमारी जिंदगी तो झंड है. This is the masses I'm talking about, so don't think of it as a niche. If you're thinking as a niche, then you're judging me and then you're behaving like the masses.
Now, people say, paisa milega. Just get on YouTube and Instagram, Reels, IGTV, podcast. I recently happened to attend one of the things that you shared. What was that? Communicon.
That was the, yes, Communicon, yeah.
From there, I got so inspired to start podcast. I've already made my script. I'm going to record it today or latest by tomorrow. There's certain things that have to be changed. So I got so inspired. But then I also know that that's not going to get me money initially.
Now what you have spoken the most important thing which majority of us forget, right? This is about like a one night stand. We do a one night stand and we forget about the relationship. Relationship is the key. One night stand is not the key. Getting famous is not important, but knowing how to monetize it is extremely important. Now, YouTube, Facebook. So YouTube, you need to have a minimum of 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to start monetizing your video, right? And that's a massive number when you start. Remember?
Synonym of monetize.
Sorry?
Synonym of monetize.
Synonym of monetize.
Synonym of monetize. What is the other word for monetize?
मोनेटाइज मतलब पैसा बनाना, जो कंटेंट जो एड्स देखते हो आप यूट्यूब वीडियोस में, अभी ये भी वीडियो देख रहे होगे, यंबर भी ऐड आएगा, वो ऐड से मैं कुछ पैसा बनाऊंगा, यूट्यूब ज्यादा पैसा बनाएगा, राइट? So coming back to monetization, it is extremely important. You should know that how you can make money. If you're not making money, then it becomes a hobby, and then you don't give too much of time towards hobby. But you need to focus on how you can monetize it. Remember, working with brands is the best way to monetize it. And brands don't like a lot of cuss words. They don't like a lot of content which is below the belt and all of it. There are very few young brands who would like that. But generally, brands don't prefer profanity, gali, galoj, and all of that.
Okay, now this is something that's new that I learned. If you would just give a little insight of how do they get connected with brands?
So there are two ways. Either you get connected to the brand or the brand connects with you. Right now, for example, if you already have a very good viewership and you think that you can work with a riding gear company, you connect with them and you tell them that, hey, I'm doing so and so, why don't we collaborate and we create content, right? You can ride your Hayabusa and at the same time talk about their boots, their riding gear.
Awesome. Now, next question. As a content creator, is it important for you to be on all the platforms? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, IGTV, Reels?
Yes. Absolutely. Because the more your content reaches, the more it makes sense, right?
There's one thing that I realized while doing my homework before I got on a call with you today. They always said, make sure your background is, when you're doing an indoor shoot, like, I told you I have a couple of topics which I want to cover as a girl, be it feminism, talking about how it is important to get married to the right person. It's okay if it takes time, and, being covered in a, see, that's something that's very personal to me. If you see my mom, she's like covered, fully covered, only her eyes are seen. But if you see me, it's the other way around. Yeah, so I want to pick up all these topics and talk about it, which I know will get hate. They say तुम्हें हमारी शान के खिलाफ बात कर रही है, मुसलमानों का नाम नीचे कर रही है, and all that, which I'm absolutely ready for.
See, ना तुम्हारी औकात है ना मेरी औकात है किसी को भी नीचे दिखाने की.
Exactly.
अगर वो लोग खुद से नीचे देख रहे हैं तो उनका नजरे का प्रॉब्लम है. We need to be open for debate. right? Now, like how I said, ना तुम मुसलमानों को नीचा दिखा सकती हो, ना तुम किसी और को नीचा दिखा सकती हो, right? You can just talk. Now it depends on my upbringing. It comes on to my belief patterns. Ki whether I feel good, I feel bad, or I feel hate regarding the content that you make.
How is it we take criticism as the next topic to talk on?
Bring it on.
Yeah, talking about criticism. It is there even in our field, yeah.
No, so coming back to this, you also mentioned about background, right? About how you can clear your background and all.
Yes. So let me just complete that question while I was doing that homework. So a lot of content creators out there, like before I while this colony I was sitting in my hall, and then I moved to the bedroom, and then I changed my backdrop. Yeah. So they said have a constant background if you want to do indoor shoot.
So I come from a different point of view. I
Okay.
believe in bringing reality.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't like things when things get boring. Right? Your wall behind me is boring. Okay, if you were sitting in your bedroom with a mess of clothes behind, you can actually connect to a lot more people. Right? Because everybody, or majority of them have a mess in the bedroom. Right? Why do you want to leave that out? Because even that's a part of your content. Right? Show them how messy your bedroom is or your hall is, and you don't give a rat's ass about it, but you will clear it just for your own satisfaction. But be real. That's how you'll be able to connect with people.
Talking about criticism. There are a lot of people who go into depression. I know so many personally.
Forget you know me personally. I have gone through depression myself, and terrible depression. I lost my family member. I lost monies. I lost everything possible. The only thing that I had was the relationship with my wife and my kids. That's the only thing that I had. I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost everything. कुछ और बचा ही नहीं था. So, and depression is real.
A lot of people who take criticism and go into depression. Now, since you said you have also been through that path, what would you want people to realize? I know criticism is real, depression is real. Like you told me earlier, if you don't get hit, you're not going anywhere.
So, it depends how you take criticism, right? Now, if somebody tells me Sala Kala hai, Sala क्या नाम है इसका वैभव अली क्या नाम क्या बेवकूफ नाम होता है. A lot of people have told me on my YouTube videos, and just not one person from a particular community. Even people from my community have asked me this question: ये वैभव अली का क्या नाम होता है? Right? Now, I have two things to do. I can either respond to them, bring them in logic, or just ignore. Right? We need.
What do you do?
Now I don't care. For me, extra any comment that comes in brings in extra interaction on my YouTube analytics. So I'm happy with it. Criticism, there are two ways to take it. One is constructive criticism. Now they would say, you know what, in your video, your audio was bad. Now that is constructive criticism. Now somebody says, I don't like your voice. You can't do anything about your voice, right? So you can leave that away. Do not feel sad. Don't feel jaded saying that, Arey yaar, he didn't like my voice. Dude, there are 1.3 billion people in India alone, right? 7 odd billion people in the world. And out of them, just one guy doesn't like your voice. What the heck?
Point. There are so many things to learn. Now, moving forward. The last question, that's the second last question that I have. Like you said, start now. Now is the time. Okay.
Shut down this call and start now. That's how now it is.
Talking about the very last question I have.
No, what were you asking about starting now?
Now, what I was trying to understand is there are a lot of people, okay? Like I myself, I've seen a couple of videos there. Like I got like that day, the only one day that I felt, let me get on my shoes and do it. That was after that podcast. Yeah. And now that's after your call. And I'm not just boasting or things. That's after your call. Now, I want people out there to hear and understand. Learning something is okay, but learning and implementing it is important. What are you going to do after this call?
Great question यार, मजा आ गया संदीप, मजा आ गया. ऐसे सवाल जब पूछते हैं ना तब अंदर का ज्वाला जागता है. So I've been working on this concept called Web of Ali in your gully, where I go on the road and I talk to people, and I want to create this content every day. I'm not able to create this content every day because of my own stuff, but then I'm going to work on a 1 month plan of different questions that I'm going to go on road and talk to people because I love connecting with random people. I love talking to them. So I'm going to work on that, and I'm also going to work on another startup idea that I've come across. I'm going to sit and I'm going to work on that. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that right now after your call.
Now, I learned a lot. If I just show you around, hang on, let me just, how do you switch camera? Okay. I have learned a lot, in which I know you cannot read it. Random stuff, I've learned a lot. What have you gained from this video?
See, when I do content like this, for me it is very important because as a reminder, right? When I'm talking to you, I'm not just talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. When I'm giving you gyan, I'm not just giving you gyan, but I'm also giving myself gyan. Right? Now, it is very important for us to understand that if we, जिद होनी चाहिए, पागलपन होनी चाहिए, अगर वो नहीं है, तो भैया आप क्या करोगे? Right? जिद और पागलपन बिल्कुल होनी चाहिए because if you are just going to say that हाँ मैं करता हूँ, मैं सोचूंगा, मैं आज देखूंगा, वो नहीं होने वाला. Right? You are only going to be at the fence. You are not a spectator, you are not a player, you are sitting on the fence. Go ahead, go play the game, have fun, and then even you will realize that content creators like us put on so much of hard work, we put on so much of effort to create one good video. You will understand that, and perhaps your respect for content creators will also grow.
Last question. We made the video, we went out, we asked questions and everything. Editing. Is editing important? And if yes, what would be the basic things to go on with?
So editing is the most important thing because if you see my background behind it, this is also like a part of an edit, right? Editing will make things clean. Editing will make things presentable. Editing is everything, right? वो लोग बोलते हैं content is everything. Actually, edit is everything, right? You might have the content, you might not have the content, but if you know good editing skills, if you have good editing skills, you can make a great presentation. Presentation is very important. Uh, what you can use multiple of things. Like how Samara, I can see Samara's iPhone, so she's using an iPhone. iMovies on iPhone is brilliant. It's a free software on the iPhone, and initially my first 3 months vlogs I edited every day on my iPhone without any hassles whatsoever. So if you guys are thinking, "Arey, edit ka," there are a lot of software available. Just Google.
Exactly. I have good 7 to 10 applications right now in my phone, which I've been trying from 3 days. Like I told you, I've been doing like a massive homework. And then I have like good 7 to 10 applications right now, including Adobe Lightroom and
That's
Snapseed.
for pictures.
Yeah, for pictures, because they say all jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai. So make sure your videos are presentable.
आज के जमाने में जो दिखता है और जो अच्छा एडिटेड है उसमें लाइक्स अच्छे मिलते हैं.
Yeah, that's the fact. So these are the things that I wanted to ask, and editing was very important, which I wanted
So
to
you
ask.
need, see, I'll tell you, you need to keep studying every day, boss. You need to keep studying every day. You need to keep watching videos every day, and you need to keep moving on. Now I use a 25,000 rupee software called Final Cut Pro. which even the Hollywood mate is used to edit movies and stuff, right? Content creation is a never-ending journey because you're always thinking of ideas of how to engage the audience, कि कैसे they are getting engaged, and they are always thinking कि कैसे क्या करना है, not saying that हाँ ठीक है करेंगे ये करेंगे वो करेंगे नहीं. You need to keep them continuously engaged because if I don't like your video today, I'm not going to come back and watch you until and unless I've created a bond with you, a virtual bond with you. I really love Samaira. I want to see her content. I want to see her face. I love how she reacts to that, because I've fallen in love with your character or with you virtually. I'm going to come back and I'm going to watch you, right? एक दो content उसके बाद अगर बुरे भी जाते हैं, still, I'm going to fight for you because I have the loyalty. But loyalty is very less right now. You need to be sure that you're the best every time a video goes out. But वो best के चक्कर में, very very important, वो best के चक्कर में ऐसा ना हो कि आप कभी video डालो ही ना. My best advice, best suggestion to every content creator is that do as many videos as possible, get all the bad content out of your chest, right? जितनी भी गंदगी है उस सबको निकालो, then you will know once the video is out, you will know कि आपने क्या क्या गलती.
People liked it or not liked it, and you've explored yourself.
Yeah, and the best thing is that after a couple of years, when you watch that video, you will have a cringe moment, but you will also have a feeling of satisfaction, saying that how far have I come?
Nice. That's something that I go back to my MC career and then I see myself, how I was, the things I've learned, the things I've grown, be it the way I look, be it the way I talk, and all of which. Amazing. Awesome.
So, tell me.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, I just want to tell you that I suddenly have newfound respect for you because I know that it takes a lot of courage for a girl to just wake up, wear a nightie without makeup to come in front of the camera and do stuff like this. So kudos to you. But believe me, only a real content creator can do this. So you are already a real content creator, right? When I mean a real content creator is, using your real life experiences and doing it. How many people can actually tell me, you would know girls a lot more than me who perhaps wear nightie at home, right?
I hardly know any.
I'm just saying, but then tell me how many of them will be confident enough? Come on, show us your nightie. I've not seen a nightie in a
Okay,
long
let me show you my nightie. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Ignore.
And you also know that 1,000 or a lot of people will be seeing this video over a period of time. Yeah.
That is how I look.
Super. That confidence is all that we need. Utna confidence आदमी में हो गया ना बस है boss. Bus.
That's all right. It's always good to be you. You don't need that extra thing. It's always good to be you.
See, that is what people need to understand. That is what people need to know. That it's okay.
Awesome. Chalo, that's about it. Now let's get to work. So guys, those who are watching, I have jotted down about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. 16 apparently, if you sit and elaborate, it's another hour's conversation. So here we have just, I'm sure he's going to put out on YouTube. And I'm
not going to even edit it. I'm just going to put it out randomly. Let people watch it.
Awesome. So I'm also going to create one right after this video in this nightie. And it's okay to be you, yeah. You don't have to put that extra thing.
देखो कुछ देर पहले मैडम ज्ञान मांग रही थी, अभी खुद मैडम ज्ञान प्रदान कर रही हैं. So
No. I've always
look at the difference.
I've always believed that if you think you like yourself like this, that's how the world will like you.
The guys watching me have no idea what I'm wearing below this, right? I have a t-shirt, I have a house coat. It's looking nice sirf yahan tak.
So it was nice talking to you.
Superb.
I
So
really
wishing
get back
all you
and
guys
make a
all the
video
best.
right after this.
Whether you're an MC, whether
Thank
you
you
have
so
any
much for taking your time
experience.
out. Okay, those that don't know, before I quit this, before I go from this, I texted him around 6 o'clock, telling, you know what, I need some help. I just randomly texted, hey, what's up? And then I was like, he's like, yeah, what's up? Tell me. And I was like, I want to make YouTube videos and I want to start vlogging about automobiles because that is something that I want to start off with. But now after this call, I know what are the things that I need to work on and I will definitely work on. He was like, let's get on a Zoom call. And that's how we are talking for a good 1 hour. I'm sure about it. So to everybody out there, like he said, do it now.
And
Now.
and Samara, one more thing. It's a Buddhist saying, it is Zen saying. The teacher will appear when the student is ready. You are ready, Samara.
Thank you so much. I will go and do it now, right now in this night.
Right.
Chalo, thank you so much, Vaibhav, for sharing so much content. I'm sure I'm proud of it that I got on a call with you and I take this opportunity because I know with a lot of videos and content creating that I've seen so far, this is my best far homework. Let me show you. See, that's my best homework. I'll go put on a picture about this and everything. Thank you so much for giving me that confidence. I will see you soon around. Thank you so much, Vaibhav.
Send me the content by today that you created.
I will send you. Edit, go do my homework on iMovies also after this.
Yeah, just remember, don't do too much of homework, but don't do stuff. Homework क्यों करते हैं कि टेस्ट में पास हो? तो होमवर्क और टेस्ट दोनों साथ साथ चलना चाहिए.
Awesome. Chal. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will see you around. Thank you.